Hey, I am Veronica Isles, and I am live with you right now. If you are watching a replay, then you're definitely going to want to subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can be first notified as to when I go online live next. This happens spontaneously. It is not planned. I never announce it in advance because I never know when I'm going to be online. So there's no way to, in fact, announce it. I am excited to be with you on this lovely day. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible to as many people as possible. I do want to give a shout out to my amazing free course at studywithveronica.com. And I will be taking questions as soon as they get asked. I genuinely want to make your life better. I talk manifestation advice. I don't generally like the terms law of attraction or law of assumption. I think I'm just going to use manifestation from now on because I think it's just all one thing. Okay. Hippie Magica, hello. I will be trying to get to as many people as possible and offer insightful information to, in fact, get you those instant results and instant breakthroughs. Hi, Carl Walter. So glad you're back. I hope Japan was fun. It was fun. It was exotic. It was a place I'd always wanted to go. And I was lucky enough to spend a considerable amount of time there, actually longer than intended due to the typhoon. So, everything happens for a reason. But I did film a ton of videos there. In fact, a ton of them have not even been released yet because I just filmed so many. But interesting fact, it was so hot when I was there that my camera kept overheating and it would just shut off. And then I have to restart. I am grateful to you. I am grateful for you for being here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I think that's an I. Jakob, maybe? I tried. AMD 137. Hi. I'm not going to be able to pronounce this one either. Niharika. Hey, Veronica. Hippie Magica. How to manifest receiving $1,000 in 24 hours. Oh, that's a good one. Why don't we up it? How about $1,000 in 10 minutes? Even better. And let's make it $100,000 in 24 hours because why not? The amazing thing is that the universe doesn't care. It will manifest any amount you can personally get on board with. So maybe all you can get on board with right now is $1,000 in 24 hours. But the point I'm trying to make to you is to not look with limitations. Look to what you want. Maybe $100,000 would be too much in 24 hours. It wouldn't be too much for me. I would spend it all on homeless cats. That is the truth. Be able to save a whole lot of cats with $100,000 overnight. So think about spending it. Like I just said exactly what I would do with it. What would you do with that $1,000 in 24 hours? And then you also have to think about not just manifesting it once, but manifesting it on an ongoing basis, because I think that's why I don't necessarily advise looking towards just a lottery win or just a one-time win of money, because you want to be set for life. Like you want money to constantly be rolling in, sort of like passive income from the universe. So it's not just $1,000 once, it's $1,000 all of the time. But basically, you start to plan in your mind what I would actually spend it on and be logistical about it. So think about things in your life right now that you need. Do you need a new car? Do you need a repair in your house? Do you need a house? Do you need new clothes? Do you need, I don't know, to help your best friend out with a surgery? I don't know. That one seemed pretty elaborate. But the point is, what specific things do you want to spend this money on? And make it fun, make it practical, but also make it something that energetically feels perfectly aligned with you. And think about spending it. In fact, you can even daydream in your mind the exact process of what it is like to spend this money, not just receive it. I don't want you to get stuck in the moment that you receive the money. Because again, like a lot happens after that point. And if you're just imagining receiving it, well, then that's not guaranteeing you're going to be able to spend it. Like if you're just imagining receiving $1,000, then it's like saying, well, an unexpected bill could come up and take that money away. Like, let's spend the money in our mind. Let's feel ourselves worthy of having that kind of money. And I think the most important part is recognizing that that money can come from anywhere. Because when we start to think about manifesting $1,000 in 24 hours, it'll automatically feel unrealistic if you think to yourself, well, Would I just get a raise? How would this money come to me? It seems like there are no ways that money could come to me that fast. But trust me, the universe has amazing, magical, lovely, ways to bring money to you, the most unexpected of avenues. So set your sights high, plan on spending it, feel you are worthy. I think there's so many negative associations with money. In fact, I had someone recently comment on one of my money links saying that you shouldn't try to manifest millions unless you're giving it to the poor, that money is evil or something like that. So many people have these awful ideas about money that if you have millions of dollars, you have to just give it all to the poor. Why can't poor people manifest their millions too? It's not to say you shouldn't be generous. Like right now, a lot of my income is going to homeless cats. I don't think they can really manifest their own money. But the point I'm trying to make is you can be generous with your money to other people, to other creatures, but you should also be generous to yourself. Treat yourself to good things too, and not feel guilty about having money. Anyone can manifest money. Money is an unlimited resource. There is enough money for everyone to be a millionaire. It's true. So many of us associate negative things with money. I know I used to, because that's how I was taught. That's how most of us are taught. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money is evil. People who have money are snobs. They have their nose is high in the air. Okay, so start to examine your beliefs. Okay, questions here. I'm here to answer questions. I'm just sort of reading them as I go along right now. So please don't retract your message. I think in the last show, we had a lot of messages that were retracted. I will get to it. Niharika. I don't think I'm saying it right, but I'm having fun with the pronunciation nonetheless. Please do a collab with Amy. I loved your collaborations with her. Is she still making videos? I don't know. I don't think she is. Well, if she is, in fact, I should go visit her in person and do a collaboration in person with Amy. That would be pretty cool, right? I did actually one like that with Shelly Bullard, and that was so exciting to actually be in her presence and to be together, and the energy was, like, incredible. I had so much fun doing that. That was, I think, 3 years ago. So, yeah, let's either Amy needs to come to me or I need to go to Amy. I don't know. Where does she live? I don't know. So it's gonna happen. Let's have it happen in person. Okay, Joan, hello. Jakob? I know I'm saying it wrong. I am sorry. Please give advice with my soulmate. Okay. First, I would try not to use labels that imply that this person has power over you. If you say soulmate, it's like saying that this is the only person in the entire world that you could ever be happy with. And in labeling them as this, it's like you're saying you're lost without them. And oh my gosh, if you don't manifest them, you're going to be lost forever. Now, this is not to say that you can't manifest them, but if you keep labeling them as something higher or above you or having power over you, like you will block it from you always. So don't use the word term soulmate. Just say, I want to manifest this person. I don't know who is male and who is female or what the genders are, but let's just use gender neutral. Okay, so you want to manifest your love. Daydream on being happy with them. Again, don't daydream on the moment that you're sort of put together with them, kind of like the money example. I said, don't just think about manifesting the moment you get the money. So don't just think about manifesting the moment you're with this person. Instead, manifest the life together and how beautiful that is and what lovely things you share and how wonderful you can be to this person. So do you see yourself as this person's other, perfect someone? Do you see yourself in the way that you see this person? Do you talk to yourself in your mind in the way that you want to talk to this person? So, manifesting love is about becoming a vibration for love. It's about becoming embodying love, loving yourself unconditionally. And you might say to yourself, well, I don't want to do that because I want someone else to give me that love. It doesn't count if I'm just giving it to me. But trust me, it works. If you can fall in love with life, the universe will deliver you that perfect person, money, beauty, eternal youth. It will deliver magic on a daily basis. Like every day will be your lucky day. You'll just align perfectly with circumstances. Now, this is not to say that you won't encounter challenges, but we do this to level up in life. We don't do this to because we had too many negative thoughts. Like we don't encounter challenges because we accidentally had too many negative thoughts. We encounter challenges to allow us to work through them and prove to ourselves that we can in fact overcome it, and there's a silver lining and there's something wonderful coming from them. And then we sort of see it through to the other side. And contrast is what makes life beautiful. If it was all the same, we would have no way of recognizing what a great day was like. If every day was the same, it just would be the same and it would be boring and you would get really, really, really tired of it. Be like white noise. Like that analogy. Like if every day was the same, it'd just be white noise. It would be boring. It wouldn't be miraculous. There would be nothing special. Rebecca Lilly, yeah, caught you on a live feed. Much love from New Zealand. Oli, oh, I guess it was misspelled. Okay, I'm gonna guess I said it wrong. Uh, the Lucas Life, you're so amazing. Let's see, you're so amazing. Thankful and grateful for all of your knowledge. Linda Sachs, how to make moves when the money isn't there. Okay, so I'm guessing this is about business, maybe. So, or maybe it's make a physical move. I don't know. Are you trying to move houses? Move locations? Or are you trying to make business moves? I don't actually know. So we will respond to both. Maybe it's neither one of these, but hopefully this helps someone. Okay, so in terms of moving along your business, I'm a great example because when I started my business, I had very little money. Like I had a lot of success in manifesting love. I did not have a lot of success in manifesting money at that point. I didn't invest a single dollar in advertising or any sort of business mentorship. In fact, I've never invested money in mentorship of any kind. I've only read free stuff, to be honest. Like this kind of stuff I read was in the public domain. That's all I ever read. I didn't even buy a book. I just didn't want to. There was so much free information on manifestation that it was like, why? I don't think there were manifestation coaches. There was one. I cannot remember what her name was. I think she offered Skype sessions. It was like the only one. I don't remember what her name was, but I remember considering it and then thinking, nah, I don't want to do that. It just didn't seem necessary because I was gaining so much information. This was a really long time ago. Okay, so how to make a move when the money isn't there. So maybe it's like you want to move locations, like to a new living space. And again, opportunities will come to you in the most unexpected ways. Like I said, I sort of it's very word of mouth. Like the way I developed my business was I started helping people for free and then they told other people and then I got to charge money. That's pretty much it. So I never advertised. I was all free. To move when the money isn't there, so maybe you need to move houses. I would envision yourself in this new place, even fall asleep into the assumption. So as you're going to sleep at nighttime, see yourself waking up in the location. The cool thing is that when you close your eyes, you can literally imagine the world around you as being different. Like maybe you're in your current bedroom right now, but you could envision yourself in the bedroom of your house, the house of your dreams, a new location, your partner's bed. Like you could envision pretty much anything. And it's really amazing the way our minds can really feel like we've transported to a new location. So if you're trying to, maybe it's movies. Are you trying to make movies? I'm second guessing myself. Maybe this person wants to be a film director and they're trying to make movies and they can't find anyone to fund it. I don't know. Well, I hope you found me trying to figure out this question amusing. Maybe they will offer me more insight, but hopefully those answers helped someone. I do appreciate all that you are doing. I still have issues with visualizing. Okay, you really don't. You don't. I think the reason why people think they have issues with visualizing is because they've been instructed that it's done in a certain particular way. And if they don't do it in this particular way, then they're not doing it right. I've even heard people say that if you accidentally imagine in third person, then you are manifesting for someone else. It's not true. We all visualize in different ways. And I think A great way to test yourself on your visualizing skills, because you all have them, is to remember a memory from your past, either good or bad. What is your most vivid memory of the past, or what's the first memory that came to mind? Okay. So I'm going to imagine, I don't know, a sleepover I had, that actually didn't go very well when I was, like, 10. Okay. Sleepover birthday party when I was 10. So I just imagined it. I could see the location I was in. I kinda got flashes and glimpses of colors, sort of the way I felt at the time. Um, the people in it, I didn't really necessarily see their facial features, but it's like I felt their presence or like a silhouette of their presence, but I kind of like I transported myself there in that space of time. So think of a memory, maybe even think of what you did this morning. Think of something in the last hour that's fresh in your mind. Maybe what you had for breakfast. Okay. Something as basic as that. Like you got these sort of flashes in your mind. I don't know, think about I don't know, driving to work, like flashes, colors, feelings, sensations, sounds, but it's all just like glimpses. And that's really all visualizing is. Um, it's just wanting to think about something, and you get flashes and glimpses of pretty much everything. Now, I know you will read advice that says you have to make every single sensory as vivid as possible. Oh my gosh, if you don't do this, I don't. If you start to boggle your mind with all of those details, you will then negate the point of this visualizing. Visualizing is to sort of allow yourself to feel something that you don't currently have. You visualize something you want to manifest. So you imagine yourself with it. If you find it difficult to conjure up images, write it down. Write down the things that you want, the colors involved, the places you want to go, maybe if it's money, what you want to spend the money on. And by default, you will imagine glimpses of things, people, silhouettes, different specifics, but it will all go into contemplation. And we manifest things through deliberate contemplation, whether that's visualizing, saying affirmations, pondering mental habits, being mindful about what you think about, daydream on. All of these things are the very same thing, basically. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. Everybody has their own little way of manifesting. I mean, you're already manifesting your life. You've just been doing it very haphazardly, very accidentally, very much not on purpose, not deliberately. So now you're just going to be specifically navigating the experience of your life by contemplating on the things that you want. And visualizing is something that you can do. You can also script, write things down, give gratitude, daydream, talk out loud. I like talking out loud. It's fun. All of these things will create a feeling of having something different and thus will create a new blueprint for your life. Oh, wow. There's hearts. Joan, yes. How do I manifest new business in my side business? New business in my side business. It's interesting. I actually recorded a meditation earlier on manifesting new clients. I actually got the inspiration. If you've been watching the last of these live shows, there's been someone named Kat that has been showing up at nearly every single one. And I think she asked me about how to get new clients. And I thought of her and I thought, let's do some like a visualization, affirmation, self-talk exercise all about manifesting clients. And I may even do some about generating business because I feel like it could help a lot of you. I've started a business before from scratch. I've also started many failed businesses. So the point I'm trying to make is that I know what I did wrong in the failed businesses and the way my mindset was not aligned with success in those businesses. Like I wanted it, I tried, but I didn't believe it about myself. Once I believed it about myself, then things flowed very easily. So, you can manifest new business first by feeling yourself worthy of having people pay you. And this is something I was extremely uncomfortable with for many, many years. I felt inadequate. I think someone said that this is like imposter syndrome, where you don't feel worthy of it, even though you're qualified for it. You just feel like a fraud. So you feel like you are pretending to be good at something that you're really not, even though you may have years of training, you may have gone to school, you have degrees. Like I had degrees, and yet I still felt inadequate. I felt unworthy inside of having people pay me for my knowledge. I didn't feel special enough. I didn't feel like I was worth it. I felt like people would complain and say I was bad. I was bad at what I was doing. So, the way I changed this was first recognizing what I was telling myself, changing to better self talk that was more encouraging. So, you could manifest new business in your side business by talking kindly to yourself. Like, imagine you have all of the new business in your side business that you want. Okay. You don't have to figure out logistically how you pay for advertising and get there, because honestly, you could pay for all of the advertising in the world, and if you don't have the right alignment in terms of how you feel about yourself, you will not get a single customer. It doesn't matter how much you pay, like, it'll fail. It'll just fail. And you could also not spend a single dime and not advertise and still have people find you and beg to pay you money. So, how would you talk to yourself? How would you wake up in the morning if your side business was thriving? Really ask yourself this question, contemplate on this, and ask yourself, what are the things that I can do right now to emulate this type of mindset, these types of mental habits, the way I feel about myself, the way I see myself when I look into the mirror? Like, when you look into the mirror, do you actually look at yourself? I know a lot of people that hate themselves. I know when I weighed over 300 pounds, I never looked at myself in the mirror, ever, never. Like, I don't even have a memory in mind of what I looked like at that weight, because I literally hated myself to such a degree that I never looked at myself. I also never took showers. I also never left the house. Yeah. And I feel bad for people who are in those situations right now, because I know what it feels like to literally hate yourself. Like, I never hated myself to the point where I didn't want to live, but I was repulsed by myself. And when you feel like a failure, you may be repulsed by yourself. You may not look at yourself in the mirror. So start looking at yourself with confidence, seeing yourself as a success already. Because trust me, the people that are billionaires, they love the way they look. Like, seriously, they never say a unkind word to themselves. Now, these billionaires you may make fun of, you may think they're stupid, you may think they're snobby, but they have a really high consciousness about money. They're not selfish, they're not greedy, they've just aligned themselves with high amounts of money, and anyone can do this. They're not different, they're not special, they haven't had dumb luck. They're not cheaters, they're not liars, they're just people who have a really high self-concept regarding money, and you can do the very same thing. They don't say bad things to themselves, and they like the way they look a lot. Even if they're not that aesthetically pleasing, they still think they are, like, the most amazing thing in the entire world. It's not to say you have to be conceited. I'm just trying to sprinkle a little bit of this magic dust on you so that your side business can thrive, be multi-million dollar. Why not billion dollar? Why not? Hippie Magica, how to manifest my SP to text me his love feelings today. Let's all manifest it right now by the time this show ends. I want your SP to text you. Do you feel worthy of his love feelings? If you were him, would you text you that you were in love with you? How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel he is capable of this? I'm guessing it's a he. Oh, yes, his. Okay. Do you feel he's capable of this? Do you think he wants to do this? Or have you been imagining him with another girl and texting another girl and seeing him online and not texting you and imagining he's with another girl? What have you been imagining? I'm just using scenarios that I see a lot of, but getting someone to text you that they love you is so easy. It's not hard. The problem with love is that there's such deep emotions involved that you tend to get blinded by those emotions, and you just disregard logic. I mean, the same thing can happen with money too, but I feel like in terms of love, people kind of go a little wacky and they can't see straight. Money tends to give people anxiety, especially, like, if they don't have enough money for their mortgage. That can make people very, very anxious. But honestly, like, this person who you're trying to manifest a text from, like, he's not I don't know, he's not, like, the king of a country. He's not, like, a superhero. He's not someone who's living on the moon right now. He's just a guy that can text you, that has a phone. So, feel it's really easy and then stop waiting on it. Just go out and have some fun, enjoy life, even look at other guys. And I bet you anything he texts you, like, before you know it, that he adores you, and then you'll be maybe not even as interested in him as you thought you were because you just anticipated this text. You Sometimes when we don't have something, we want it so, so, so badly, and then when we get it, it's like no big deal. Not saying that's gonna happen to you, I'm just saying to put this in perspective, he is a guy, he's not a god. He has flaws. You are amazing too. So start seeing your worth and your value in this. Stop negating yourself by seeing him as perfect. Kisara. I have been having trouble with manifesting better finances. Any tips to not have the money seem like a need or a want and not with lack? That's the funny thing about money because you literally do need it. Like love, you can in fact live without love. It's not as much fun, but you can survive. Whereas money, if you don't have money, like you will be destitute. So there's a lot more anxiety involved with not having money. And like it is a literal need. Like you do want it. Like you have to have it to live. Everyone needs money to survive. Now, this is not to say that money has to have power over you. I would something that always gave me comfort. You could like, I don't know, walk down a rich neighborhood that's near you and just observe how many people occupy that neighborhood. You could even go to the mall, where they sell those designer clothes. One of those malls where, they have all the designer names. And then take a look at all of the items for sale, all of the people purchasing those items because they have the money to do so. There's a lot of money in this world. You may not have enough right now, but there are plenty of people who do have it easy with money. And that's not to say to suddenly get jealous of them or to suddenly start thinking that they have superpowers and you don't, or that you're cursed in some way. Use this as an example and to feel more comforted. Like the universe has a plan for you receiving money. I would try to apply yourself as best as possible. Be constructive with your time. Like, don't sit around all day watching TV and expecting money to just float to you. I don't think anyone can be satisfied in life like that. I just feel like do something that is creative, that connects you with your creative energy. Like, even if you're working a job you don't necessarily like, try to apply yourself in a way that makes you feel in touch with your creative divine being. Because when we get tap into our creative flow, it's sort of like our manifesting flow. And yes, you can recognize, in fact, you can say, this is a need. And I'm trying not to be desperate, but I do need this. And give gratitude that a way exists, even if you can't see it with your eyes. A way will be made. Try to relax and calm yourself, even if it's just for like 3 seconds. Soothe yourself. If you're trying to manifest something where there's a lot of stress involved, like needing money, try to soothe yourself through this. That you're not always going to have these problems. There's a way out of this. You're going to look back in time and be like, wow, I really made it through, even though there was no evidence of things getting better, but I really did do it. And again, a way will be made. Try to plan for that amazing life, even if it feels unrealistic. I think a lot of times when people feel stuck in terms of money, they will not even allow themselves to daydream on the ideal kind of house they would want to live in or what they would want to buy with this money because it feels so far fetched that they feel literally stupid for even exploring these ideas. So they restrict what they can even think about because they don't want to be let down. But allow yourself to explore and expand and remind yourself that talking kind to yourself actually does a lot in terms of manifesting money Being organized as best as possible. That isn't to say you have to have a super clean house, but try to keep a structure to things because people that have a whole lot of money, well, a lot of structure, they're very much in control of their well-being. They take care of themselves. Okay. Physical move from Mexico to US and business. Okay, so it was both of them. I guess you didn't wanna make movies. I thought maybe you needed, like, an executive producer to put up some money so you could make a movie. I need that right now. Okay. When you're manifesting with love, do they feel anything? You know, when you're manifesting, it's all about you. It's not I don't like the techniques where it's like you imagine telling the other person to love you. That just feels like, well, why can't they just love you from their own feeling? So change yourself to be a lovable person, and then they will love you by default. Linda, I will imagine you moving from Mexico to the US and succeeding in business and being like my next success story. Okay, Teodora, let's answer this. Let's see. I opened an Etsy shop 2 weeks ago. Had my last sale 5 days ago. How to manifest more sales. Thank you. And you're so beautiful. Thank you. Um, you know what? Think about yourself. Again, whatever you're selling, people need, they want to pay for. They are manifesting whatever it is you are creating. Like Etsy is like all handmade. At least I think it is. It's like people are using their creative expression to make things with love and care. Like things sold on Etsy, you can't get it, like you don't buy that at Walmart. Things at Etsy are special. They're made with love. They're made with care. I think I bought a potato keeper on Etsy once that someone handcrafted in Canada, and I was so excited to pay them the extra shipping and for the extra varnish because it was so neat and unique, and I wasn't gonna be able to buy that anywhere near me. So get excited when you're creating the sales pages. Get excited. Don't create it in the idea like what will make things sell. Instead, how can I best insert my love and creativity and passion within this? Because people will gravitate towards that. They will align with that. They will pick up on that. Oh, wow. There's a whole lot more. I lost 20 pounds in the 15 months I started the what if method. That is an amazing success story. You don't hear that every day. Look at that. What ifs will make you lose weight. I know most women are not happy with their weight. So there you go. I love you all. Studywithveronica.com. Did I say that at the beginning? I'm not sure, but there is a free course there. And thank you so much for being with me today. I will come online live again. I will not tell you when because I don't even know when, but I know it will be soon. And thank you for being with me. I am manifesting the best for all of you right now. Believe in yourself. Talk kindly to yourself. Honestly, if you just do that, you will manifest by default. You really, really will. All right, studywithveronica.com. Subscribe so that you can be notified when I go online live next. And just sending all the love in the world to you. Bye.